Hello everybody, how's it going? Carl Screezilla here and I hope you're all well, and you join me today back in iRacing as we continue on our career up to the next rank really of iRacing's license system. We're in the skip barbers at the moment. I've not been having a terrible time. I've got a podium so far, and I've also managed to get a pole position, which is really cool. So I'm kind of happy with that. So about 5 or 6 races in these things so far here at Watkins Glen. So I decided I'd do a video today on this race and see how it goes. So no doubt I'm going to do terrible. So let's just do a lap of the Glen itself and talk about the skip barber. So gloves, come here. Doopy-doopy-doo. Forgot to put the gloves on. So the skip barber is a little training car. It's a racing school car. A little 2-litre engine in the back of it. Not a huge amount of horsepower. Very lightweight car. As you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see the suspension through the cockpit, which is always what you want to see on a car, because you want to have a car that has an open section to it because it makes it more fun. Anyway, this car is a absolute little gem to drive. Takes a bit of time to get it up to temperature, just because it is on road tyres. You've got the bus stop up here at the Glen, and then this right-hander which is almost full throttle when your tyres are up to temperature. This tricky left-hander which you just got to downshift for and watch out for the back end to step out on you with. You've really got to be careful there because it's so easy to just go in a bit too hard and you're going to struggle through there. Brakes lock up, nice job. Right-hander, sweeping right-hander. Sort of keep on the middle of the corner. Third gear, up to 4th for this little straight down into a second gear right-hander, where we'll start to brake right about now. Again, keeping sort of on, you can sort of see that little bit of concrete almost, where we want to keep the car. That's sort of where I found I've got the best grip. Into this left-hander, third gear. Wait till you get mid-corner before putting down the power. Into a second left-hander, which is a 4th gear, almost no lifting required. We are on cold tyres at the moment. And then into the final right-hander, bit of braking, get the car in, get the car settled, and then away we go for our fast lap. So I'll just talk you through the first bits of the lap, and then we'll jump to qualifying and the race. So first corner is a fast right-hander. You take quite a lot of the curb, quite a lot of exit as well. As long as you don't touch the grass, you're fine. You're going to come up to the sort of the S's here, where I never know where to change gear. I'm always just a little bit dubious about shifting up to 5th because you do lose a little bit of time. Up through the S's there. Not a bad little sweep there then. And then into the bus stop again. As I say, a very late brake, down 4th. You can take quite a lot of the curb, especially when the tyres are up to temperature. Slide the car through and away you go. It's almost like driving a 1950s, 1960s F1 car. These things, they're very much like an old school Formula car. So they are really fun to drive. But they're not the easiest things to get right. As you see, it's quite easy to make a mistake. Alright, I'll see you for qualifying. Okie dokie, and we are back, ready for qualifying. So let's see how this goes. Obviously, we're a fair amount of cars, 18 cars today, so we'll see how well we go in this. Obviously, it's never easy, but we'll see how we go. hopefully we do okay. Okay, and first qualifying lap is a go. There are still some areas where I can definitely improve a lot of time. I mean, I'm nowhere near the fast guys on this track. Not a bad first lap, I don't think. Not the best way of getting through that first corner. So yeah, we're mid-pack, which is it's a bit dangerous. It can be a little bit sketchy down here sometimes. Get the revs up, clutch in, and we are go. Not a bad start there. Not a huge accident at the first corner, which is nice. These cars do tend to give you a bit of a draft, so way out the draft at the moment. Gave us racing room through the bus stop there, thank you very much. Few people struggling through that corner on the first lap, which is usually the case. You have to be really careful through that corner because it's very easy to mess up. On those first couple of laps as well, while the tyres are still getting up to temperature, you don't want to push it too hard. Because the rear will step out on you quite quickly. like that guy did just then. As you can see, the power of the draft's quite strong down these straights. Quite a few cars behind us, and they're going to get the slipstream here. No, I managed to spin the car when I was in the lead all on my own going through the second to last turn because I'm an idiot, so I'm really, really unhappy about that. Okay, and we are back here at Watkins Glen in the Skip Barber. Let's see if we can do better this time. So I've actually watched the replay and sort of watched what happened last time round, and I know what I did wrong. So hopefully I won't do that again. I just stabbed the throttle a little bit too hard mid-corner and didn't ease off quite enough. So it's just a little bit lead-footed on that throttle and caused a big amount of problems. So yeah, try not to do that again. And I think the speed difference was just because we lost a nose cone, not because of the engine, so it was the aero damage. Best entry into that corner again, stuff that up a little bit. Much better that time through the first corner. Cock and balls. Cock and all balls. We were just a little bit greedy then as we went through the corner. We were just trying to carry a bit too much speed through there, just trying to take a little bit too much off the curb. Overdid it a little bit, got on the grass, rear end cuts out, and bang! That's the end of that qualifying run. Being sort of down in the middle of the pack again, we just want to be careful of that first corner, watch out for incidents. You know, generally just keep the car clean. Yeah, I'm an extra Twitch streamer. Seeing yourself on other people's streams when you're doing like videos and stuff, it's funny seeing it from the other side. So let's make sure not to crash into him and look like a complete dingus. It's almost 10 AM here in Australia now, and it's about 32, 33 degrees in the morning and cloudy. It's bloody hot and horrible. So this is going to be my last race of the day because it is just too hot to race in the daytime. Even with the aircon blasting and stuff like that, it's just miserable driving in heat like that. Get the revs up.
Green, green, green.
Bad start.
Still there, hold your line. Clear. Left side. Clear. Left side. Keep to the right. Stay on the right. You're on the left. Go left. Go left. Go left.
Well, we managed to avoid that somehow. That was very nearly a race over.
Go right.
Bloody that.
Car right. Clear. Right side. Clear on the right. Car right. Still there. Clear. Right side. Still there. Hold your line. Clear. Got 10 laps to go. You're now in third. The next car's the leader. Car right. Go on the left. Clear.
Bit of a tap there into that final corner, but managed to hold it, so that's good.
But you actually talking to.
You got it. Right car on the left. Go right. Go right. Clear on the left.
Shifted a little bit early there.
Car on your left. Keep to the right. Clear on the left.
Had to take a little bit more curve than I wanted to, just in case he was going to come round. Didn't really want to take my usual line through there, just in case he was going to dive bomb us. Another person using me as a brake, which is not fun. I think that's like the third or fourth time this happened this race. This guy's going to get us with the draft. All we can do is stick to the inside.
Still there. Keep to the right. Clear.
Seems like the leader's struggling a little bit out there.
Car on your left. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear.
Guys already ran into me once today. You get a little bit nervous around drivers that tend to crash into you. I think it's natural sort of instinct to be a little bit more wary of those drivers that, you know, are not really caring too much about their safety rating. They'll rather ram you than go around you. Main hope now is he catches up to the leaders and does the same as he did to me. As cruel as that sounds. It's one of the things, as I'd say, about driving as well, is you can learn to get faster and you can learn your racecraft. But if you start out fast, you generally tend to struggle a little bit with that racecraft and tend to be a little bit more accident prone. That's what I notice with people. Oh god, another garbage truck has driven past and it stinks again. Oh god, the smell.
3 car ahead. Go right.
No idea what was happening there. I think that was our friend that nudged us beforehand, absolutely losing it on the back straight somewhere.
White flag. 1 more left to go.
Because I think we're back up into P3. Or it was him taking another person out.
Back in 3rd. Keep hustling.
One more rotation, that's all we're going to ask for. Pretty consistent drive so far, which I'm not too disheartened about. And again, a big thing is just getting consistency ready. Like, that's another big thing about getting into sim racing, is just getting consistency down. If you can get consistency there, you're halfway there. You don't have to be the fastest person on the track, but if you can be consistent and set relatively similar lap times and be consistently sort of on the same groove and consistently sort of on the same pace, it's going to make your life a lot easier. Always forget it's not a downshift there. But we've got enough time before the next person to get a P3. That is a podium. Well, we went from P11 to P3, so I'm happy with that. That's quite a good result. Let's go back to... So, we'll get a good start. You can see up there, they don't get too good a start. There we are. So, we get a relatively good start. As I say, a little bit cautious in the in that first corner, and somebody's already rounded the background, you can see. So you can see there was that collision up into the S's here, and I just had to lift off for that, and that's allowed that other guy just to get a bit of a run on us, keeping on that inside line to try and keep it so we don't lose a position. And this is where everything goes wrong, so we'll see the carnage up in front of us, and as you can see, cars going around. We just managed to avoid, we managed to avoid a fair bit of crashing there. That was incredibly lucky there. Let's have a little look at that again. I think it might be, you can see that guy's gone round, big shunt there. And there we are, just managing to avoid it, and a lot of people getting involved in a big pile up there. A lot of people getting taken out very early. A lot of damage to cars as well. So, you know, that really did help our race there. Let's just one more time, just have a little quick look at the C's parting. So we'll go from the roll bar. So this is the thing of, I guess, driving in NASCAR, it's helped me a lot in the fact that I can see incidents coming before they happen. And you're not going to avoid every incident, but when you do avoid an incident, it makes you feel pretty good. because, you know, you sort of know how a car's going to react. That's the thing, is right here, you can see there's a car going off that way, so they're going to go to the right. On the inside there, you see that car turning, so we're going to need to turn right here. So you'll watch me turn right a little bit to try and skate around the edge here. And just missed that guy. He could have clipped my rear end. The other guy overcorrected it and spun round, and we managed to keep the car going straight, and that's what kept us in that position. So, yeah, that worked out quite well for us, really. As I said, we got very lucky there in the end. But that is a P3 from P11, so I'm not going to complain about that, in all honesty. I think I got 5 or 6 incident points. 5 incidents there. A couple from just people not wanting to slow down behind me. I think I take a slightly different braking line than everybody else into the corners, but it's not slow. As you can see, people make a lot of mistakes, and that's the big thing. One thing I do want to do, actually, is go to... I want to try and see what happened on the straight here with these guys. So these guys are coming along, and it's just been forced wide, and oh, big rollover there for that guy. So that's what happened at the front. It must have been John. So yeah, you can just see those guys. And that guy in the, so the guy that ended up winning, he was a real wrecker. How many incident points did he get? 9 incidents points, yeah. Not a surprise, really. He was really quite, just not taking care, really. So watch this overtake here. He doesn't have room here. So he's already just tapped the fence, he's pushed him in, and you can't go free wide in that position. And he's basically got that win by just crashing people out. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't try and race with that guy, because definitely not a clean racer there. He got the win, but a fair bit of costing. Not worth it in my regards. You know, I did get a P3 out of it at least, so that's something. As I said, I'm pretty happy with that. That's equaled my best finish in the Skippies, so that's pretty good. And I think that's going to help with the old iRacing as well, so that's going to help a little bit there. We're going to, obviously safety rating is going to get a little bit of a tweak because of that, but a lot of them weren't too bad, so 3.68 I think, that's what we're at now. So safety rating went up a tiny bit, so we went to 3.68, so that's good. I ratings changed to 1216, so we've got a better I rating from that as well. As I say, I'm pretty damn happy with that. That was a very, well, pretty decent race in all honesty. So yeah, not too bad all in all. So that's going to help us along. Slowly but surely chugging along towards the to the next I rating, to a safety rating even. But P3, you know, I would have been happy with a win, of course, but no, P3 is more than I expect in all honesty, because I'm not the fastest guy out there. I do lack speed, but at least I have a little bit of consistency. As I said, excuse me, I've got hiccups now. It does make a difference. As usual, thanks for watching. For those who watch this and the history stuff, the video on the cats is coming up very soon. I've just got to finish up the script for that, and I will be working on that a little bit later after I come home from the dentist. Until then, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. This is Carl. Have a great day. Bye-bye.